When I was wrapping the gifts, I was like,
The student stands there like this, and their teacher stands there like this, reads the text that the student wrote, and this text, I find it like the weirdest. But it's your focus all of them.
I'm presenting for the speeches, but after.
Are you okay? Okay, I don't know.
Set up here? I haven't but yet.
Oh, shoot, they're waiting, I guess.
Yeah, that might work. I might call you. We might just go first, and when you come back, we'll highlight your presence.
We're going to join you.
Guys, liberté, concert,
Max, Max, why are you taking 3 cookies? Are you the only child? Oh, that's the only child. We're putting 2 of the cookies back. Okay? I don't have to. I gotta watch my. Oh, yeah. Grab some lunch. So basically, you submitted it a year. Yeah, of course. It makes sense. Where's Nikki? Nikki, did you bring a copy of your text? I have a copy of your text. This is not my first rodeo. Make sure you get a copy of the booklet where you have your. No, you're not.
I wanted to open this one for you.
I don't want it, but give it my steady piece et pas trop long parce que
J'ai déjà mangé. Ah, mais pas si.
So we'll have this order, right?
plus garder ton merveilleux look.
Sinon, je peux l'envoyer version.
J'ai le temps d'aller au petit coin avant. Ça commence de toute façon, c'est pas grave. Commencez quand vous voulez.
Là, on va commencer. Mélanie, Pierre, Bonnet, ça fait plaisir de vous rencontrer. De vive voix. Hein? Il y a des personnes derrière ces courriels. Ben, merci d'être là. Merci. Oui. Thank you once again, Danica.
It's great to be here.
Yeah.
With my date.
The plus one. That's what I told them. I said, you can invite a plus one.
Do we have to eat half as much then? No. Okay, well, I guess we'll
You do? Is it? Yeah. It's so weird. When they move and the elbow goes around, you can see it. Shut it down. Shut it down.
Dad was telling me that for a number of years ago.
What's your change for someone who weighs 125? Good afternoon, everyone. First off, thank you very much for showing up. It's nice to see so many people participating in the contest. You are all quote-unquote winners of the contest, but it's great that you could be here. I was a little disappointed about the lunch. Last year's lunch was much better. I think there are changes. I think there were changes. We love you, Karen. I didn't make the lunch. Clearly, I didn't make the lunch. Perhaps I should, yes. Perhaps I should, because I don't have enough to do. Yeah, this is a very kind of low-key. This is a very low-key vibe. Okay. If you want to get up and get some more food, go ahead, get some more food. If you want to clap when people aren't supposed to clap, go ahead. It's a safe environment. But there are a lot of things going on in the school right now. The AGEB are having their election speeches. There's basketball going on above us. Several of you, 4 people, I think it's 4 people, are taking part in a math contest. So you have to leave earlier. So we're just going to get the ball rolling. Is that okay? And as I said, it's very kind of, it's very easygoing. Okay. I want to say some thank yous because there are a lot of people to thank. First of all, because usually we talk about the teachers last, but I'm putting them first. So to all my colleagues who are here today, Marie, Emma, and her +1, Amélie and Patricia. I have 2 other colleagues who wanted to come, but they weren't able to because they're at meetings. Trust me, they would much rather be here than to be at the meetings. Amélie, Michaela, Salman, and Marie Levesque, they were responsible for the writing workshops that we had during the lunchtime, so those are the people that helped out on that front. Also, Danica Wonders over here. Wonderful Danica Wonder. And Mélanie Laflamme qui représente l'association des parents. C'est vraiment important pour nous d'avoir l'appui de l'association des parents parce que des projets comme ça, il y en a beaucoup au collège, tant au secondaire qu'au collégial. Et puis ce qui arrive, c'est que sans l'appui financier, mais aussi l'appui moral de ces instances au collège, des événements comme ça n'auront pas lieu. Donc on vous remercie. Mélanie, bienvenue. Welcome. Yeah. There are a whole handful of judges because it would be too difficult for us teachers, we teachers, I speak English, to judge your work. So we farmed this out. It's called Abusing Your Friendship. And we ask people from different people that we know, 2 of whom are here today. So I'd like to thank Jeremy Fuster, who teaches at the high school, who acted as a judge this year. Jeremy, come on up. It's apparently a bottle of good wine. I didn't pick it. That's how I know it's good. And another person, another Jeremy, coincidentally, is Jeremy Cohen, who's here. He's been a judge for a number of years now, so thank you very much, Mr. Cohen. By the way, Mr. Cohen will be at chapter Chapters Point Claire this Saturday between 12 and 2. He is signing autographs for his book, The Apocalyptic Legend.
Thanks, Pierre.
You're welcome. Yes. Fish push. So there are very few speeches, which is wonderful, and it's just lots of prizes. Each student who has won for each of their entries, that was a winning entry, will receive a book or a series of books and a gift certificate to Chapters Point Claire, where, incidentally, how many copies do you have in your basement of your book? So you're just trying to get rid of this other stuff?
I've got like 50 copies left.
Okay, well, that's pretty good.
I apologize, I have to leave at 1 o'clock, or just before, so if anybody's going to read and I miss it, I really apologize. I would have loved to stay to hear you, sorry.
We have a couple of readings. Both of them are poetry. There was a fair amount of participation in the poetry category this year, so that's what we're focusing on in reading. So shall we begin? Yeah, let's go. Third prize for her text, Skyscrapers, Rosalie Zhang.
Congratulations, Rosalie.
Always, the first time we do this is always super awkward. It's like very weird. Especially with these old pictures behind us. Like that's a gym class I really would not have liked to do. Third prize ex aequo, so there was a tie on third prize in this category. Catherine Quinn for her text, Kind Deeds Between Tenement Halls and Subway Walls. In the past, what we've had in the past is we've had students from Secondary 5, last 2 years we've had students from Secondary 5 participate as well. This year, unfortunately, none of them participated, though some who did participate in the high school writing contests while they were at high school, the contest which is under the guide, I don't know, the paterfamilias of this contest is Jeremy Cohen, who is, some of them have taken part in this contest, so that's fantastic. And one of the winners for second prize for her text, St. Mary's Maternity Ward, Maya Nikutra Senkora. By the way, Maya, your text was very, very realistic because all three of my children were delivered at that maternity ward, and I spent a lot of time there, so I could really identify with your text. It was wonderful. First prize for this category, Michelle Lee, White Castle. J'aimerais souligner la venue de Mme Huguette Maisonneuve, qui est la directrice. C'est quoi le titre, c'est quoi? Le titre. Directrice des études au collégial. J'ai parlé plutôt de l'importance du soutien qu'on a, et puis votre présence ici en fait parler. Merci. In the intermediate and advanced prose category, so we kind of fused the two together. Third prize, Anachronism by Catherine Quinn. So Catherine approached the contest from a hunting analogy, right? She used buckshot, so she just like wrote for all the possible categories, and you'll see her name various times today. It reminded me of a kid in high school that I went to high school with who won all the prizes. And at graduation, they had a special table. At the beginning, the table was empty, and at the end, the table was like a cornucopia of money and trophies, and utter disgust by people like me. Sharing third prize in that category. I love doing this stuff. Sharing third prize in this category, Kyrina Zhu for her text. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?
Oh, that's
The contest theme was paying it forward. So we started with examples like, you buy the coffee for the next person in line at Tim Hortons or whatever. But paying it forward, we tried to see if the text would be a little bit more positive. And some of them were, though, give a contest to teenagers and some darkness. So but that's fine. Second prize, Leiba Assad for her excellent text, Goodbye, John. And first prize is awarded to the text that's entitled Marcus Brown, written by Margaret Zhu.
no, not awkward. After 10 seconds.
Handshake protocol 101. Okay, our first reading. Nikki, how's your voice? It's going to be fine. Excellent. Nikki, come on up. Nikki Espana.
So it's called Yay for Feminism. Bless the women who came before me, soften the mountain of boundaries with their delicate feet. A small hill now curves the horizon. Bless the woman who came before me, sang the dangers of the streets to sleep, my haven, my happy place. Bless the woman who came before me, drew wings for my bare back, now I see, oh how beautiful this world is. Bless the woman who came before me, sewed my sisters and I together so that we never have to make their sacrifices. Accompany the women who came before me, chew on loneliness for them, so they never know what it tastes like. Accompany the women who came before me, polish their memories and their wisdom, guardian of the keys to their soul. Accompany the women who came before me, hold them tight to your heart, so that the wind of time will never take them away. Accompany the women who came before me. The warmth of their smile is a fuel to your own happiness. Remember the women who came before me. Give your time, your heart, your patience. No one left behind. All aboard this incredible adventure called life. Thank you.
Nicely done. Thank you, Nikki. It's a wonderful poem. Nikki's poem appeared in the advanced category of poetry, but we also had intermediate poetry. So the intermediate poetry was all won by guys. That's cool. Jeremy, goodbye.
Yeah, bye. Thanks, Peter.
We'll all see you on Saturday.
Yes, on Saturday. We should all like bomb the party. Actually, it's not far. It's about 10 minutes away from my place. I think I should go.
Party just is gonna move to your place then.
Third prize in intermediate poetry, Si Chen Hee for his poem, Blissful Mind. Second prize for his poem, The Final Rush, Salim Benchakoun. I had mentioned to Salim, his poem is really good because it's a poem that asks repeatedly for the teacher to postpone the due date. So I asked him to read it, but he said I would prefer not to. First prize, Jeremy Quinn. Catherine is very proud of her. And Jeremy is very proud of his sister. Apparently they're almost twins, which I can't quite figure out. Are you twins?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Almost twins. I was like, okay. judges, twins?
No.
No. The judges throughout for the contest, what they did is they gave quite substantial feedback to all the texts. I'm going to be emailing some of you with their full comments, but in the booklet that we've produced, you have a snippet of some of their comments. And the comments for Alicia's poem entitled Freckled Faced Girl were pretty impressive. So when you read that poem, take a look at the comment as well, because it's really nice. So Alicia said she would read her poem, Freckled Faced Girl.
Freckled-faced girl. The freckles splattered all over mine, all over face, sprinkled all over place, gleamed, and yet the freckled-faced girl wanted more than herself, than her face, wanted less freckles on her face. She hoped, she wished, the freckles would unravel, come undone, and disappear far behind her ears. But it seemed the freckles were there to stay, were there to make her prey. No dots, no spots had ever gone astray on her nose and above and below. The relief splattered all over mine, gleamed in the freckled-faced girl's eyes, when she learned a witch knew just how to get rid of freckles beneath the left eyebrow, of freckles beneath the right eyelid. If the wicked witch really knew her wish, every freckle would be left someplace else than on her face. The witch explained there was a simple option, a simple potion. The witch said, for every good deed you will do, one of your freckles will disappear from the crease of your chin, from the crease of your lips, from the crease of your mind. But as anyone who has ever made a deal with a wicked witch knows, there was a catch, a trap. For every good deed someone would do in return to repay the freckled-faced girl, one freckle would appear on her nose, or above or below. The freckled-faced girl accepted the cure and began to lure her freckles away and began to lend a helping hand. And whenever someone wanted to help, in return to repay with a good deed of his own, the much less freckled-faced girl would have to refuse and tell the tale of the girl who didn't know of a strong enough word to explain the extent with which she hated, despised, loathed the freckles on her face. Now, whenever someone wants to help, in return to repay the much less freckled-faced girl, she has to say, has to whisper, has to shout, with lips where almost no freckles can be found, help someone else instead.
Lisa, come up and get your prize. Thank you. She has freckles, by the way, so she knows what she's talking about. So Alicia got third prize there, and she shares it with Nikki Esfahani for her poem, Feminine. Second prize for her text, but also for her artwork that was included in it, the text entitled Paper Plane, Eleni Adanatos Schellenberg. And I had mentioned that despite we tried to make a positive spin on the theme, we did get some darkness. So I'm suggesting that Catherine Quinn's poem Purgatory is part of that darkness. Catherine. Short stories. So short stories. So your definition of a short story is very different than mine. Your essays aren't necessarily short stories, or your texts that are 250 words long. They're not short stories. They may be short stories, but they're not short stories. Maxime, how many words were in your short story?
A few.
12,000. Yeah, that's a short story. almost a, well, yeah, short story, not novella, short story. We have 4 winners in this category because they had all submitted, and actually we had more than just 4 submissions. Third prize, Camille Marotte for her text 1102. Sharing third prize with Camille is Maxime for his text, A Favor's Hindrance. Our second place winner is delivering her speech for the AGEP. So, but we'll make mention of her name, Danny Wang, Help Not Handed. We'll give her a prize after she wins the election. 2-for-1 type of thing. The first prize went to a simply astonishing story. Once Like You. Alice, go. For the second year in a row, we had a category entitled Graphic Arts, and last year was the first year we had it, and we had 1 submission, and it won first prize. Actually, no, I think it won second prize because it really wasn't that good. So we just gave it second prize, which was, but I knew the guy, I could say okay with it. This year, we've doubled our production. 2 entries. But these were really substantial entries. They're actually, they're really quite fine. Second prize, Catherine Quinn, Silence of the Child. Catherine, we have a box. I've got a box for you.
Take it.
And first prize for her, her charming graphic arts text, To Be Happy, Eleni Adonados Schellenberg. So that's almost it. This is the collection that we have, and the collection includes photos by Mia Coffin, who's sitting in the back table there. This artwork was done by Amanda, right? So Amanda, come on up and get a photo of our thanks. Yeah. And the person who did this said she was going to be here, but she's not here. But I'll see her in class tomorrow, so I'll give her her artistic contribution award. That's it. It would be nice because it's short and sweet, and everybody leaves with something, and your bellies are somewhat full. Again, thank you for contributing. Thank you for participating. If you could stick around for maybe a minute and a half, I'd like to get all the winners with that backdrop for a photo. Yeah, of course. That's a great backdrop. Okay, great. Thank you. Whoa, come and get a copy of this.